We are going to be getting into it. 3 axes on the screen and as aerial. It does not get any better than this slow-mo, and we are in our game.
I'm really the double Taros, man. Like, is this 2019?
It's
like,
so scary.
Are we? You know,
brings us back to the good old days.
Right, the good old days. We'll have to see what they've been able. I mean, we see what they've been able to do. We'll have to see what they can do up against Santy, and sorry, words just got really hard there for a second. And UnstoppableGod, UnstoppableXGod. I apologize.
Very important. You can't forget about that X. But so far, we're looking at quite an even game. Graveyard sweeping in with a axe here, though, charging up that ground pound with Anonymous Alex coming in with the second one. I am surprised that we did not see any knockouts come out of that. It took another D-Sig from Anonymous Alex to be able to pick up the first one.
That didn't knock out either. And this double Taros team trying to take this early advantage. A lot of momentum coming off of that. Santy gonna go ahead and work that edge. Still not enough to get the knockout on Graveyard. Oh, D-Sig just clear everybody out.
D-Sig just hitting absolutely everyone. Even your own teammates will call that definitely worth.
But it only got the knockouts that you wanted. It didn't take Santy out with him. Well played, well played. That is gonna go ahead and take Santy off his first stock.
UnstoppableGod, though, having a bit of a hard time here, all the way down in red already, and they are gonna have to play a little bit careful so they don't fall too far behind their teammates. They're going to be sticking to that axe as well, kind of just watching the battle pursue here from the other side of the stage, trying to sweep in any opportunity that he has to get some free damage.
Sure, for sure. Santy, though, picking up that signature. Gonna send Graveyard over, but able to find his way back on stage. Oh, big double recovery off of those gauntlets. Santy confirming that stop, putting an Anonymous Alex on his last one, and they are going for Graveyard. Santy gonna turn around. Oh, they got it. Santy gonna turn around, put hands on Anonymous Alex, and suffered no damage. Blue team's looking phenomenal right now.
Looking super, super solid indeed, especially Santy on these gauntlets, getting all of this work done with so much HP to spare as well. Going to get stuck in a little bit of a combo though, taking some damage, but he's quickly going to be turning that around onto Graveyard with the unarmed.
Certainly is. UnstoppableXGod working that Algrim up in the air. Santy is going to lose that stock, but blue team has such a good lead right now. But we talk about that Taros. We get a couple good whacks in here, and this game could be even before we know it. And Santy and UnstoppableXGod, they know it. They're being careful, staying out of the way, not getting in a position where either one of these Taroses are going to be able to extend on them and rack up some heavy damage like Anonymous Alex just did. Ooh, big knockout though.
Santy is keeping the momentum going, gaining the Nair, the end lights, and the side signature to finish it off. That is going to be 1-0 on the board. Santy with 644 damage and 4 knockouts. Santy is playing out of his mind right now.
You love to see it. He's kind of wishy-washy sometimes. He has really good days, and then he has days where he just doesn't perform. And it's good to see that he is out here racking up some heavy damage, feeling that Zariel, and getting that game. So we're gonna rock into a game number 2, see that stat breakdown, all those juicy stats for you. We're getting into this game number 2. No legend swaps across the board. They are sticking to this double Taros.
I also want to mention the Graveyard and the Anonymous Alex during the map banning section. They only left triple platform maps. They left Miami Dome, Western Air Temple, and Small Enigma. Now, I'm just realizing those are not triple maps, but they all have platforms. There's something here. They want to use these platforms to their advantage.
Well, I mean, you got double axe and double hammer. I mean, the platforms are definitely can be used for your advantage. Santy doing a really good job daring his way through that platform, and they're putting some heavy pressure on UnstoppableXGod off stage. He thought he was back. Just kidding. Gonna get swung on twice again off that Graveyard X.
You just have so much space to play with, right, with these platforms as well, especially with those recoveries of the axes. You stand on a platform and throw out a recovery like that, that is going to send your opponent to Narnia. I don't know, dude.
Yes, straight to Narnia.
I was gonna say like the Swedish version of Narnia, and then I realized, wait, that no one is going to understand what I mean, other than the 2 Swedish people watching the stream right now. Shout out.
Oh, too funny, too funny. Santy gonna go ahead and get in there, get a nice combo, finish up with that recovery, get him out of here. And blue team looking like a business as usual, continuing to extend this lead. Santy doing such a good job at tanking these stocks as he gets sared out of his first one. And that does make things look a little more even.
Alright, Anonymous Alex and Graveyard patrolling the ground here with these axes and giving Santy a little bit of a hard time off stage there. UnstoppableGod also looking quite damaged here on his stock. Graveyard, that end light almost finishes it off, and I mean, that's just a testament to the strength that is Teros. The recovery is going to be doing it, and Santy, I mean, we've been seeing him having a rough stock so far, but he is actually kind of turning it around with a couple of good gauntlet attacks.
He is, but we're seeing for the first time a red team does have this lead, and they're continuing to press on it. UnstoppableXGod getting in the air with a nair. But Graveyard right there to get a nair of his own on him. Santy reaching over reaching over his side, getting punished for throwing that signature out. And red team looking like they're in a pretty good spot to maybe take game number 2. Blue team's gonna have to buckle down, really take this deficit back, but now it's just down to Santy. Oh no, and the axes are flying. Oh no, Polly, this isn't gonna be pretty. Ooh!
There it is. 4 stocks remaining, and Graveyard and Anonymous Alex are going to be evening out the scoreboard. I want to put you on the spot there, Slomo. I'm gonna do it.
Please.
You said at the beginning of this set that you think you know who's going to win, but you didn't want to say it to jinx them. Who did you think is going to win? Because right now it's looking like it's anyone's game.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm always Team Santy. I mean, that's just how it goes. And I kind of expected them, you know, with the PR difference and just kind of, especially Santy's experience. He's a 2v2 champion. You know what I mean? So, just kind of, you know, if I was going to put money, that's where I would have put it. But Anonymous Alex and Graveyard are definitely literally coming out swinging with those axes and putting on heavy damage with those terraces and making it work. So now we do have those triple platforms. We know this is what Graveyard and Anonymous Alex wanted. So are they going to be able to continue that advantage?
You know, as you mentioned, Santy, he has all of that experience, and he has a really solid Olgrim to back him up as well. So maybe some of that experience will come out to play here as we move into our 3rd game here on Small Enigma.
Small Enigma indeed. I can't do it. There's too many platforms for me. This is my band mapping ranked.
Really? It's not the blue one?
Yes. I can't do it. Too many platforms for me.
I love the platforms, man. Then again, I am European, so, I mean... Alright, though, so far, it's looking like a very even game. We're seeing, again, Graveyard and Anonymous Alex. They're on this double axe. Anonymous Alex missing that D-Sig, though. Going to take some damage for it. Santy with the recovery as well, but they're not finding these knockouts. They're very close, but they're not there just yet.
Ooh. Still, doesn't get any closer than that. Anonymous Alex able to hold on, get back up on stage, while his teammate over there is getting absolutely worked. Came over, trying to get some support now. Ooh, that stock's going to come off. And UnstoppableXGod is the first to strike. He's also the second to fall. Santy missed. And now red team does have a very slight lead.
Santy trying to use the unarmed dare to get back to the wall faster, but still wasn't enough. Got just knocked away way too far by the axe. And Graveyard, what a beautiful showing of how to utilize the platforms on an axe, man. Using that to get the grounded version of D-Light to make that combo a little bit tighter. These guys are looking so solid on the axes, man. You cannot count them out.
No, and I'm not. Because they are playing fantastically. They kind of got warmed up after that first game, and they're just kind of working with some more synergy. They've been able to predict where Santy and UnstoppableXGod are going to be, what they're going to do, they are just getting those huge aerials, being able to rack up heavy damage off those axes.
They just have something that works, and they are just absolutely running with it so far. Still finding so much damage. UnstoppableGod stuck in the air trying to find something, but he's going to get stuck in Graveyard's axe, and then Santy is going to get stuck in Alex's axe.
Oh man, and red team, they just might be able to take this set, bro. They are looking really good. They got an amazing lead right now. Blue team not really having a whole lot of answer. Oh, okay, there we go. We're gonna go ahead and get that side sig over. He tried to follow up recovery, couldn't get him in there. Is gonna take that stock though, and a Graveyard is the healthiest on the board, but that Sayer from the Algrim isn't gonna take him out. If he was playing Taros, that Sayer would have knocked him out. Just gonna say.
Good indeed, man. Sayer coming out. Another one from Graveyard. I would really love to know like the Sayer rate from these guys whenever they are in the air, because we're just seeing so many of them flying out. UnstoppableGod and Santy, they had a little bit of a 2v1 going against Anonymous Alex, but Graveyard is gonna pick up that first knockout, and now it's UnstoppableGod stuck in a 2v1. I don't know how much faith I have left.
No, not in this game. Definitely not in this game, because there's no way he's going to be able to run, duck, dive, dodge, and weave his way through these terraces to be able to take almost 2 full stocks against them.
I mean, he is getting that damage then. Stomps here, though, is going to be closing it out. And Graveyard and Anonymous Alex, that marks their second victory in a row. They are here to compete, Slomo.
And they are continuing to cook. Great split. Like, that is just, like, perfect teamwork. 497 damage on Graveyard, 500 damage output from Anonymous Alex. Like, literally 3 damage difference. Playing so well as a team. And they are 1 game away from knocking this, I mean, in my opinion, this favored blue team out of the bracket.
Indeed, I would indeed also call them favored, but Graveyard and Anonymous Alex, they just came in here and they are turning up the heat, dude. Also, look at this axe to hammer distribution on both of them. There's just so much axe.
Just swing till you win, baby. That is the
motto.
That's the tech right now. Just swing big. And it's working. It's absolutely working. We're not going to see any swaps from Santy and UnstoppableXGod. They're going to stick to those legends. And I don't know if that's going to come to bite them, because Santy's got a deep pocket.
Yeah, and I mean, I was just about to say, like, you have just lost 2 games in a row. If there's any time that you should swap, it's right now. And to not see any swap come out, I mean, maybe a little bit comforting, because it shows that Santy and the UnstoppableGod, somewhere deep down, they are confident. They can do this on this comp. They can do this on these maps. They've got it in the bag. They just need the stars to align.
They need the stars to align. Exactly. That's exactly what they need. Because, I mean, the momentum has been all about this red team the last 2 games. And we're starting to see Santy's first stock being close to falling. The Graveyard's also pretty hurt as well. This is super even.
All
Graveyard
right.
was the first. Dropped the team combo, did get a little damage off of it, but also picked up a down sig.
Santy and UnstoppableGod, though, they do have a lot more stage control this time around, kind of splitting Graveyard and Anonymous Alex up. Now, this time around, they also don't have 2 or 3 platforms to play with, definitely restricting them a little bit in how much space they have to play around with here. Santy and UnstoppableGod, they are looking at the strongest that they have since game 1, really.
I agree. Red team definitely, having that triple plat last game definitely helped them out a lot. Still going to be able to try and utilize this one a little bit. Santy going to go ahead and hit a Seer on his way back. Platform's going to go ahead and creep its way across the map, and now we're seeing that heavy pressure coming from the Terroses.
The heart rate of Santy. Dude, the heart rate must have spiked so hard. Having 2 Terroses just chase you off stage. One of them is charging a ground pound and the other one is swinging a dares. I can't believe he got out of that. But they are still in the game and they are looking to claim these knockouts. Now both Graveyard and Anonymous Alex are into the range. We see a recovery coming out. It's not going to be enough yet. And Santy now stuck in a dangerous position. Alex goes for the commitment, but that is going to give them an opportunity to go for the 2v1.
Okay.
This is looking very good for them.
It's looking very good indeed, Polymonto. They have this a nice lead, looking a little more like they did in game number 1. I guess maybe they just performed better under pressure. They had to get their back against the wall. to be able to perform the way they needed to. Graveyard getting caught in that nice combo over on the right side. Anonymous Alex D. Oh man, that's gonna go ahead and get the knockout, and that puts Santy on his final stock. Ooh, and UnstoppableXGod as well.
They are still into the game. They do have that temporary 2v1, but they're not able to squeeze that much damage out of it. And I'm looking at Graveyard's HP right now, man. He's gonna have to start playing very carefully. Yet again, we do have 2 terraces. They just need to get swinging.
Yeah, I mean, definitely some legends that can be able to bring that deficit back very, very quickly. I don't know, it might be too little too... Oh, wait a second.
Oh, the commitment!
Oh, that weapon throw. Nice.
Still in the game.
From Anonymous.
And that kind of commitment, right? I mean, you were able to get out of it on escape. That's what you needed right there. But he needed it to connect, and it's not going to. He's stuck in this 1v2 now. He needs to get UnstoppableGod out ASAP. But he is just waiting behind Santy, and Santy is on that bow, and he is doing magic. We're going to game 5, baby. Santy and UnstoppableGod are not out yet. Santy with 751 damage and 5 knockouts.
That's a lot of damage. Santy was cooking this game. You know, and if you are UnstoppableXGod, you're looking at that and you're like, man, I gotta help my teammate out. You know, I gotta help my teammate out. I gotta be able, if I can put on and really push this, I mean, they can bring this back. They can bring this back from the depths and be able to continue in this bracket. It really is all gonna come down to this final game. It's a final game for these guys. It's a final game for me and you. I mean, there's a lot of things ending right now, including somebody's day, and I'm very interested to see who it ends up being.
Yet again, Anonymous Alex and Graveyard only keeping Enigma, Miami Dome, and Western Air Temple open in the map pool. And I saw there for almost like 30 seconds, they didn't pick the map. Almost as a way of saying, seriously, dude, like, can we please play on another map? Like, why do you have to leave only these open? But we've been on Miami Dome, we've been on Enigma, and it looks like we're going to be finishing it off with a single game of Western Air Temple. First game, I think, I don't want to say this too early, but it could be the first time the entire weekend we're seeing this map.
This is not a very popular tournament map. It does not get used very often. But for the playstyle that Anonymous Alex and Graveyard want, these platforms could be exactly what they need.
Graveyard and Anonymous Alex, they're keeping it very even so far. Unfortunately, Graveyard is going to be hitting that side sig onto his teammate though. Santi able to get that wake-up end light out of missing this end sig. Dealing some damage. Recovery is going to be enough to get the knockout, and Santy immediately target swapping. He's on fire right now, dude. I don't know what's happened to Santy. Something changed.
He is playing out of his absolute mind. I could not agree more. And that stock finally going to come off of UnstoppableXGod. Santy's getting pushed out. That was a nasty Sayer. A lot of momentum off of it. And staying out of the D-Sig and getting a good punish off of it. He was saving his teammate. He put him up in the air so nobody could hit him. That's what that was.
That's what that was indeed.
Yeah,
UnstoppableGod. Alright, they're still looking pretty comfortable. Santy's still on that third stock. UnstoppableGod is going to have to be a little bit more careful though. He's setting up that offstage, but Graveyard is going to be able to help their teammate out by hitting that end light. Great Sayer coming out. Are they going to be able to get finally this first stock off from Santy that he's been sustaining for a minute and 40 seconds?
I mean, they need to. Because oh my goodness, UnstoppableXGod needs to step up. We need to get these stocks out of here because Santy, I mean, he's capable, but putting him in a 2v1 situation against both of these terraces, that's rough. Even, well, I mean, he does have 3 stocks, but it's still rough. That's going to go ahead and take it off of him finally. And I mean, if you look at it, aside from the difference between Santy and Anonymous Alex, this is a really even game. It's
able to get that Sayer. I don't know if it's even, man. It might be leaning in one direction here. Graveyard and Anonymous Alex, they've got this 2v1. Santy, though, we haven't seen that many 2v1s coming out from Santy this set. I don't even know what to expect right now.
I mean, he is talented. This is something. This is possible for him. This is winnable. His movement is really, really good, and he has 2 healthy stocks to work with. Get this one off Anonymous Alex. Then go to work, but these terraces are doing a very good job.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
For him. Oh,
that could have been so massive. Anonymous Alex needs to frontline right now, but Santy keeps finding himself in between Anonymous Alex and Graveyard, and they are unable to find any kind of team combo on the double axis. Graveyard, potentially. He is going to be swapping over to that hammer, so they have more 2v2 combo potential, but it looks like they're favoring the double axe.
Right back to axe. They wanted to starve out Santy. They showing him the respect. They know what he's capable of doing. Do not want to give him any sort of options. And see, because he will find them. He will find them. Threading an unarmed recovery in there, but he was still not able to get a weapon. Graveyard doing an impressive job getting that weapon spawn and keeping Santy off of it. But there we go. He's got those gauntlets and he's ready to cook now. Oh my! If he can get Graveyard out of here, this is totally winnable, Polly.
Anonymous Alex and Graveyard, they have the movement on point, they have the defense on point, but they can't get this offense to work right now against Santy. They need to get these openings before it's too late. Graveyard is going to be able to get back up, though.
He is Santy being very, very brave, just posted up on that platform. And here we go. He's cooking over on the side. If he can get this stock from a Graveyard and make this an even match between him and Anonymous Alex, but no, the Nair comes up. Santy gets it. He's not coming back from that. Here we go. Here we go. Santy and Anonymous Alex. 1v1 for everything. Even health. It all comes down to this, Polly. Oh my goodness.
Sitting on the edge of their seat, leaning in close to their monitor. They're looking for the one opening attack that could secure them the game. Anonymous Alex poking out the Nair real quick, applying some extra damage that's well needed right now. And you see there's so much respect in the neutral right now. Both of these players, they know what their opponent is capable of.
This is, oh man, you talk about heart rates. Both these guys are probably dripping sweat all over their floor right now. Anonymous going up for the Nair, dodge to Santy. He gets over and he gets the weapon.
Gets the Nair, that's almost it! The Terror's damage! A quick Nair to get the revenge damage back though, but Anonymous Alex, he's basically one stomp Seer now away from getting this win. He's looking for the Nairs, he's looking for the dares. Anything vertical knocks out quite early on this map. He gets the stomp Seer and that's it! Anonymous Alex and Graveyard are going to be advancing through the bracket slow-mo.
823 damage out of Santy. My man was cooking. Not enough to be able to get it done though. What a set. Period.